Suddenly you disengage and reset.
Yeah.
The ults, like the Tide Ravage and the Infest, these things all matter to their surviving, or like their initial burst, the AA, the whole combo. So Slark will prevail 30 seconds plus fights, so that's what they need to get through.
All right, long fights. Well, I like that. I know our commentators have enough breath for that as well. I know that they are excited for this third game. Let's head over to Cap and Kyle.
My bonds.
Yeah, I think we're looking forward to this game, especially since Tundra, a little bit of a repeat formula for them, Kyle. They said, hey, that big team fight, it won us the game 2, so let's just get some more team fight.
Yeah, they once again have just such a huge damage advantage. Their AoE is absolutely nuts, and of course will be boosted up by the Ice Vortex. Fada is going to litter all over the battleground. And I do like that they pushed Snaking to the 4 position Tide. Traditionally an offlaner, he's got a lot of experience. And in a way, he's sort of playing the Enigma role, right? He doesn't have to initiate with the Ravage, he's just going to hold it. And that top lane, Lesh Tide, is pretty damn strong, I would think.
Yeah, I mean, one of the reasons that they drafted the Slark, I presume OG thought this was going to be a 3-position Tide Hunter, and they said, what's the best hero to beat that in lane? Slark is definitely one of those.
Yeah, the question is Centaur OP? It's won both games so far this series, one for each side. Once again, it'll be Seb, Bracer first. And yeah, I kind of gotta agree with the panel. Like, you look at the OG lineup, it's a lot of single targets, specifically their 2 cores, right? Bloodseeker, Slark, they need a lot of time in these fights. Whereas Tundra, they just spew damage all over the place. XP-based damage, my favorite on this patch.
Why is that? Why do you like experience-based?
Games are ending faster.
You feel like you don't have the time to farm? Is that why?
Pretty much. And I think the games also are moving a lot faster. You know, 25, 30 minutes of Dota, you feel like you've seen everything.
Okay.
Roches occur quicker, and especially Leshrac, it leads to tower pressure. Whereas OG, it's basically Centaur with a Vanguard. That's your tower pressure. And
yeah,
you might lose your tier 1s real quick if that's your only method of split pushing. But we'll see. I wouldn't be surprised to see Ana just grab another Midas and play for the super late game. And Diffusal Rush also would make some sense. It's what we've been seeing a lot in China. But first they got to win this top lane. Easier said than done. Expect a Gush level 1. 2 mangoes from Snaking.
Yeah, especially since they already know Ana has the Essence Shift.
Yep.
Leveled up early, so they might be able to get a lot of... Okay, that wasn't quite the time I expected that to be used. All right. Just wait for some hero to be a little out of position, hit the Gush, follow up with the stun, lots of right-click damage, but Snaking is a man on a mission right now, and that mission is to block the easy camp. Courier baiting it a little bit before it backs into the tower. I keep on making this complaint. Very boring. You're playing 4 position, and you and the enemy 5 just trade positions. You both body block each other's camps. Like, all right, very fun.
It's tedious, right? It's like getting ahead or behind the lane is more about like little miscues, or it's not about outplaying the enemy. It's like, ha, you didn't block your camp.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Did you do your checklist? Did you do all those things you were supposed to be doing? Did you body block the camp and stack up for your core? And
I'm so over the creep pulling. That's the only mechanic I'm not a huge fan of nowadays. You saw it bottom. You're gonna see it top most likely. There's just nothing you can really do about it in a 2-1-2 meta.
Let's see, No Tail. He's gonna try and punish Snaking as much as possible for blocking the camp, but ultimately there's not much he can do about that. And this is, Snaking's happy with this because Lesh against the Slark in lane, if it's just a 1v1, he's gonna be happy, right?
Oh, mid.
Pulling it back in to simulate, dodges the nuke, and gets a little bit more damage onto Thompson. Thompson, it's that dangerous game you play as a Bloodseeker, right? Just trying to stay in lane, and if you get enough CS, then you'll be healthy again. 9 constantly trying to make him uncomfortable to a point he can't stay in lane any longer, but it looks like Thompson's gonna be good now.
Yeah. 9 did a really cool thing. He was just messing with the creeps. Yeah, he loses the top water rune, but it was all about the XP because his wave was pushing. So he got all the CS, and then he went to make a play for the rune. But he's doing quite well middle. No-Tail's also got this habit. I don't know if I've seen this on many other supports, but he brings so much regen to his lane.
Yeah.
It's like 2 salves, 2 mangoes, and he brings more.
Another factor of these side lanes. Did you bring enough regen? Are you ferrying more regen coming in? Well, can we talk about the draft a little bit? Did you think the Slark pick? Third pick Slark.
Early.
Yeah, it's against Ancient Apparition, which, you know, that matchup can kind of be a little bit awkward. And then it's up against a Tidehunter that turns out it's not a core.
I think the hero matchups are less impactful than the position that was picked. And oh my, what?
Thompson.
That shouldn't happen.
Yeah, getting the outplay in the mid lane. Hopefully we'll be able to get a glimpse into what happened there. And it looks like, oh, Snaking, you missed one of those pulls. You didn't block it every time.
The new OG, they're all focused on Ana, and to pick his hero when you then give Tundra 3 follow-ups, that's a bit awkward to me.
Yeah.
Like, his laning phase is not going very well, only 14-2.
And do you feel like this Bloodseeker last pick isn't such a gotcha pick that it'll kind of rectify the draft?
Not really.
Not really?
It's all right.
Yeah.
But I traditionally love playing Lifestealer against Bloodseeker. You just infest if you get ruptured. No big deal. Rage to safety.
Same thing. If somebody else gets ruptured, right? You could just jump inside them. They'll stand still and be tanky as a result.
Another hero that doesn't really love playing against AA either. See how it plays out. I like the double null as well onto the Slark. Super value, especially side lane. A little bit extra stat. Increased spell amp. Always value.
No blood for you.
Mid lane, Rupture on a 9. He's in trouble.
Yeah, he doesn't have Dissimulate, so he's done. Thompson's going to claim a second kill here. Maybe it's individual performance that'll lift this Bloodseeker look really nice. 2 kills up already over 9. Yeah. Thompson's feeling himself.
He picked Void Spirit into Bloodseeker, right?
Yeah. I'll be honest, I was thinking about the ramifications of this game. I wasn't paying attention to the end of the draft.
Just wild. Like, I did not expect that matchup to be so one-sided. I mean, this is where the Thompson effect. This guy's
33.
good.
He's been the one who's been having a pretty good lane right here. But they're gonna try and break it down. But Ana, he got him. 33 with the Fairy Fire pump. He's able to stay alive just long enough to get the kill, gets the experience before he dies.
They lost Seb down bottom too. It's like, come on. Thompson's like, guys, what more do you need? I'm free farming here, doing what I can.
Yeah, chill out, guys.
The blade
I've
mill
got a Rupture up. I can gank soon.
Radiant's middle
Speaking
tower
of, do you think
is
he's
under
gonna?
attack.
Gold for me.
Would you use this Rupture? Do you want to try and pressure 9 more, or do you want to help the side lane? I always find it one of those interesting philosophies. You know, do you continue to keep someone out of the game, or do you try and help your allies and make their game better?
I think you deal with the Void Spirit as much as possible. You can't really go for the Lifestealer. If he hits 6 before you get there, that's just a wasted gank. Top lane, sure, you might be able to stop the Lesh, but I'd actually be concerned that 3-3, he hits 6 and then turns it around on you. You need the Blade Mail before you can really get to active 9.
9 rotates over. They do manage to hit the Stomp first. That'll slow down the damage a little bit. No tails here. This makes things really awkward, especially now that Thompson, he throws out the Rupture. 9 will manage to get out of the Blood Right, but 9 is going to be left behind here as Skiter runs and runs and runs away.
And now OG, they're feeling themselves a little bit. Seb, definitely still a little salty over the pause spam, ensuring he tips offensively. A little bit of all chat to boot.
Yeah, I mean, he was the one getting tipped last game during those pregame pauses, and he said, do it more. I'm beginning to like it. Yeah, you know. Now he's doling it out himself.
Now it's the Vanguard, feeling good. Thompson is just owning this game. If he wasn't crushing mid so hard, this would be a lot more Tundra favored.
Is under attack.
But as it stands, looking okay, and he's running top. They're gonna have to back off here. They see him on the ward. No Rupture.
No Rupture, and they've already retreated back enough. So Thompson will just spend a little bit of time hitting neutral creeps, giving Saksa the mid lane experience so he can get 6. a little bit sooner, which obviously is value for Topson anyway, because then they can do the Rupture into
Radiant's bottom
Terrorize
tower
combo.
is under attack.
Look at that. What is even happening here?
I don't really know, but Skeeter seems intent on trying to punish Seb, and Seb's like, I don't know what you're doing, but I'm definitely not dying right now.
So annoying to play against the center. He's just constantly pulling creep waves. Lifestealer, you know, you win this lane, but you can't really stop Seb.
Radiant
Yeah, I mean, this is all without a Vanguard. He's making these kind of moves without the biggest upgrade that he gets in his arsenal, and
You got a Arcane Rune on 9 though. Could be useful. Maybe he'll just farm with it. Does have the maxed out Dissimulate, so going the farming build for sure. Looking to stack camps, it appears. Snaking gonna arrive to do the same. Unless they want to. Are they gonna smoke gank? That's a bit awkward. Level 4 Tide.
okay, 9 was
right.
there, and it didn't really seem to serve a purpose.
It's a weird game for 9 though, to be fair.
Why? Because you feel like you can't gank the sidelines, or?
Yeah, well, first he's 0-3. That doesn't help.
Okay, sure. 80 games
second-
awkward then, yeah.
Yeah, who does he gank with? Like, you could theoretically go top, but, you know, when you fall behind on a hero like Void Spirit, Topson's off map, you're just afraid because, you know, you show up top, you get ruptured, like, that's just it. Your gank's dead, you're probably dead too. It's just a weird game to play.
Just shy getting level 6. Snake King, they're trying to give him a little space to do something similar here at top, but
+1.
doesn't happen. Now, well, the Rupture's down for a bit, so 9 can feel confident doing something here. 33. He's going to start pressuring the tower. They're going to catch Soxa here. The Cursed Crown, though, is kind of awkward. And 9, got to make sure he dodges that placement. He's going to pop the Dissimulate to make sure his Arcane Rune doesn't get purged away. Last hit on the tower is available to OG, though, so.
Wow, that was just one edict, wasn't it? Yeah, that was crazy. Leshrac, man, this hero is so good. I actually don't think there's ever a bad game to first to it. Just because of the max edict. Like, there's a level 7 Lesh who does basically a full Death Prophet exorcism worth of damage, but in 1/3 the time.
And is part of your reasoning on that just because it also has draft versatility?
Oh, yeah.
Where it could be mid and off lane?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It could be literally anywhere. And it's always good. You got stun, you got tower push, decent laner. What's not to love? Ana move.
This cast
he's alone.
does not endorse 5 Leshrac, please.
Has been killed.
Blocking out Ana. Trying to get away with the Shadow Dance, and with no more jumps from the Void Spirit, he's certainly not going to be able to get that top lane. They're going to go for Snake King. Snake King does have the Ravage if he wants to pop it, but I think he's accepting his death here and holding on to his cooldown. He's saying there's 4 heroes up here, guys. It's not that big of a deal.
Radiant's top
Tops and
tower
Dota
is under attack.
strutting his stuff. 6k net worth and a blade mail. That is so annoying to deal with, specifically his 3-3 on the Leshrac, because he can just run in on top of you. Typically, you'd be able to stand still.
Oh, they're going to catch him with the Brambles. It's on point. Now they're going to hit him with the Rupture and just a blade mail. He's going to ensure his death here. They throw out the Terrorize just in case, because Skeeter was actually getting quite close there to be able to get in range of the Infest. Now they're going to help and try and bring down Topson, but I'm pretty sure Topson is going to be okay here.
Really nice job. The way Oracle healing works is it's all calculated, and then the sum occurs at the end. So as long as AAL fades, then you will still heal. No problems. So no, so you don't have to watch it.
This is the Vanguard Centaur. And you could see a big difference. Everybody else's damage looks kind of meh, but Skeeter, thanks to him having that armlet, he was actually kind of chunking at the Centaur pretty decently.
Oh yeah, maxed out
Radiant's middle tower is under
Frenzy
attack.
2, just a bunch of attack speed, only level 2 Feast, but still nearly 1% of max health percent damage.
Zox, the cold feet is going to stun him, but Fada may have bit off a bit more than he can chew. And OG, they're really taunting Tundra now. They say, don't get too cocky just because you beat us in one game.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And the real trick is beating us in a series. Tundra is doing a good job putting pressure on the other side of the map. They'll probably take this side lane tower.
Tundra also successfully took a game off of Secret.
Yeah.
I'm not mistaken.
Dire's
So
top
this
tower
is
has
a position they've been in before,
Radiant's
but it's
bottom
closing out the
tower is
series that
under
they've
attack.
found difficult. Took a game off Secret last season too.
Yeah, ultimately, this team is just looking like an upgraded version of
Radiant
Hellbear
structures
Smashers,
are
you know, where
fortified.
they're taking a game off of everybody. Tundra has actually won a series,
Radiant's
and
bottom tower is under
they've
attack.
also taken a game off of the best teams.
Here's the play though. You got the Fairy Trinket. Nine's got a Passenger. They have Ravage. They'd love to kill Ana here.
Yeah, love to kill Ana. They need to be able to go through No Tail first, and that makes this a little bit hard to execute. They're going to jump onto Ana now. Ana immediately starts jumping away. No Tail. They're not going to give the opportunity to catch up to Ana. He's already dead, caught by the Ravage, and now No Tail slowed down enough that 33. He'll eventually catch up to this Oracle. There's no real out for him. Look at
the courier.
the ultimate on himself to try and kill the courier. That was cute, No Tail, but sadly your damage was just one short.
Yeah, 3-3 though. Think about, oh, hang on, 9.
He's got to assimilate to be able to dodge this. He does. So Saksa,
Oh, the rune fades.
Haste Rune fades as fresh runes are spawning. Terrorize is not going to land. Surprised he even tried to throw that one out there.
So the thing about the build though, 3-3 went for a mech again. So this is reminiscent of his Broodmother. A lot of tower pressure, a lot of team fight. Oh wait, Ana, careful buddy. See, he just tread swapped.
He's going to go for it here for the stun. He does manage to land, and 33 is just barely going to land. Thomas that one to fall. Meanwhile, bottom lane, they actually get the kill
was
on
that?
Ana as well. Oh, gee. Oh, those tips are coming back
Dire's
now.
middle
They're going to give him the
tower is under
fodder
attack.
for the sick outplay on Ana. What happened there?
He tread swapped. Well, first off, he didn't have ultimate used fast enough. He got a, like, he just tanked damage, tanked tower, tanked AA blast, and then tread swapped, lost 100 health on it, and just dies. That's... Man, the Slark into AA, you know, Brian was talking about it. This is not the easiest of matchups, and we're going to see the replay here real quick. Gets the defusal, but, like, that's under an Ice Vortex. He takes all that damage. Still uses ulti, but it's a bit late.
Yeah, he hit him with all that damage before the ultimate
Tread
still
swap.
gets a couple of shots.
He tread swapped from strength to agility at the start when he went in and lost health because he had already been hit by AA blast.
Oh dear, OG.
Can't do it.
Can't do it now. Lost their net worth lead. And Tundra is beginning to get some map control. That's particularly concerning. Especially if they're getting some momentum off of it. This Leshrac, who is already an answer to the Slark, is also amped up by the fact that he can be infested by a Lifestealer. So even the Blade Mail from the Bloodseeker may not be an answer to this hero.
It's just, hang on. More
Over
fighting.
to the low ground, making sure the invis isn't going to be picked up. Thompson, the Bloodseeker's in trouble. They're going to throw out the Ravage to ensure he dies here. Ana did manage to get off the Dark Pact as the stun was landing, so he's going to be okay there. And it looks like Saksa will manage to TP out in time. So it is just Thompson, but...
Yeah. And the Ravage used, and you're like, oh wow, huge spell, but that's just the 4 position, right?
True.
Yeah. It's 2 minutes, whatever, but you get into the kill in the core, you force TPs, control your area of the map still defending this mid tower. Even game, 9-9. Anything could happen here, but it really feels like if OG are going to take this, it's going to be on the backs of Seb and Thompson, which is not something you would typically say. You know, Ana almost always is on their win condition, but ineffective thus far. I love the pipe pickup by Seb, fully completing it. It's so good here against Lesh AA.
Yeah.
Just fully absorbing the Ice Blast if necessary. And the 3-3 items are the awkward ones, because Mech Force, it's good. You can get rid of the leap, you know, force whoever's caught out of it, helps escape if you get diffuseled as well. But he will not be scaling as hard
Radiant's middle
as he would have had he
tower is
gone
under
for the more
attack.
core style, you know, early Kaya, Bloodstone perhaps, even a Yules. AL.
It's going to land on Thompson. They're going to gush him as well. No Tail's there to protect him against the magic damage, though. They're going to go for the Snake King. They have to dive in pretty deep to be able to get this. He's already back into his triangle. Meanwhile, Thompson is at half health. So No Tail keeping a close eye on him.
Oh, bottom Fada.
Starts administering some heals. Fada is going to be caught by Ana here. Ana, they're going to go for the stun. It does land, being able to keep Fada alive here. They're going to throw out the Stampede, but Ana's going to be chased down twice now. Ana is gone for a kill on Fada and thrown away his life.
Where's the tip, though? Come on, Fada. You're a legend, old school gamer. Maybe he's just saying, you know, the best response is silence, but I would have tipped there. Second time. Maybe the third, but you know, Ana's not playing this game like he's a carry Slark. He's very much a playmaker at this point, and I just don't know if it's what he wants to be doing.
Yeah, because the Bloodseeker's not going to carry this game, right?
Yeah, he went Blade Mail first.
33, they see him here. They're going to find their opening. He doesn't have a mech either, so he's in a bit of trouble. Force dash forward. He's going to be able to get him out of the blood right.
Oh, no, the fear.
Keep on running forward to terrorize, see if he can run it out, and he does. It puts him over the edge. Seb is pretty far forward here, though. Not sure if they really want to go on a Centaur this tanky. He's got an Essence Ring as well. No way.
So that's why I'm confused. Like, the Force is good, don't get me wrong, but... And obviously, Yules can be purged by the Oracle Q, but Yules into Bloodseeker just seems like such a value item. You can juke the silence and stand still.
No, absolutely. I do agree with you. Curse Crown.
Yeah.
Dealing with Blood Right. There's a lot of options.
The problem is that OG's lineup is still going to outscale. Like, you have the Oracle, you have 2 cores that are going to start doing some serious damage. You know, Skiter on Lifestealer, I don't want to understate. He can carry this game. But if you give him and Slark full item set, you're going to take the Slark. Maybe the AA change things. Hey, it's anybody's game. Let's just leave it at that. It's even.
It is. 10 to 10. Quite very literally even on net worth. So they're going to be able to find Thompson on solo ground here. The Ravage immediately used it. A con no tail. He's still going to be able to get off at least the Fate's Edict to be able to stop away some of the magic damage. He's actually getting away with all that movement speed. Skiter, he can't possibly keep up. Nine's going to be silenced, so Saxa goes in for the kill here. Last bit of damage. He TP's out. Extra style points for Saxa. He managed to get away there. 33 in trouble. Anna looking to be able to chase him down. The burn damage bit by bit. Oh, no tail. He finished them off with the Purifying Flames. Now snaking. He's going to be caught by the Purge as well.
That is
Fortune
so
does
sick.
not end well here for Tundra.
Man, the cast animation from the Leshton, I think finishes Ana there, but no tail. Zaps him down just in time. And yeah, that's who I was looking at too. The damage output from this Centaur is unreal. Absurd, some would say.
Truly absurd indeed.
SNY, I mean, he did half his team's damage in that fight. How many double edges did he get off? And this is going to get spooky. Ana and Thompson will both have BKB up soon.
Is under attack.
I think Skiter just getting kited a little bit in that fight. Didn't really have a place. Thompson escaped, and then he was kind of pressured back into the mid lane. Ravage was nice, but you didn't kill the core.
Yeah, they were so split in that fight, right? They didn't have the Leshrac around, so they inevitably just ran out of damage trying to go for this Bloodseeker. It looked good initially because they caught no tail, but then it was just
Radiant's
Skiter.
bottom tower is under attack.
Fada again.
All right, the smoke's gonna break. He knows he's here. Doesn't quite catch him on the blank, but it'll catch him on the Stampede. Managed to run him over, but the rest are TPing in here. They're all gonna be spotted in this one. It's really awkward for 33, as he's already at half health, and he's just gonna be taken out by Thompson almost instantly. Now, no tail's gonna be spotted, but he does manage to get off that false promise, saving himself, but he can't save the others. Thompson may need it right now as he's getting a little bit low. The dissimulate, he actually gets silenced there. Bloodright going down. Thompson looking for the finish, but he's quite low, and he will actually get burned out. The rest of OG on the retreat here. They only lost Thompson for this. So if they get out freely and Anna's allowed to farm top, this isn't too bad.
Now you take those. Forced to buy back on Fada as well. Seb, not the ideal initiations there. Missed both hoof stomps to start the fight. Oh, well, I guess he did get the one on Fada, but not as he planned. And a good buyback, but you really would have loved to be able to turn that around more. But unfortunately, Ravage coming up 2-1 now. Had they had it for that fight, it would be different. But OG, yeah, they lost last game, but they did the exact same sort of plays. They have timers. You know they have timers, and they're only making these sorts of aggressive plays because they know they have that window.
The next timer for OG, they've got, yeah, you've got Ravage back up, and now they've got the BKB on the Slark. That is going to make things very awkward because their biggest threat to this Slark is the Leshrac and the Void Spirit's AoE damage, all that magic damage.
And that's my problem with 3. Like, look at 3-3's gold right now. Like, he was having such an insanely good game, but I almost feel like he sacrificed too much here. It's not about how strong he is now. He's gonna fall off this game. He's not a real core anymore. He's truly playing from as an offlaner, but I think that was kind of where 9 was looking after his rough laning phase. 3-3 had the opportunity to take more of a farm priority, but
Smoke gets onto the high ground. It breaks.
Can't go.
Anna and Snake King, the fish boys, they spot each other. No one makes a real move here. Tundra still playing into their triangle right now. OG looking for somebody out of position here. 9 immediately pops the dissimulate as soon as his smoke breaks. He is not taking any chances being spotted, potentially caught by Stomp, the Rupture. 9 thinking about it, but immediately the Fate's Edict's going out, so they know No Tail's right behind him. It's not worth trying to go for Anna here. The chance of them blowing him up, whether it's Dark Pack, BKB, or False Promise, it's so unlikely to 100-0 him. His team fight is actually very hard for Tundra, I feel like.
Oh yeah. They need to play it near perfectly, and they have to get No Tail.
That's why they're re-smoking. They're going to find this initiation. No Tail, he's going to be silenced immediately here. The Fate's Edict is going out. The Stampede trying to get him away. Now, OG, are they going to try and fight this for No Tail's life? Looks like they will. No Infest up. Skiter stuck by this Rupture, and it's going to start beating on him. They do have the Rage. Terrorize being forced down time and time again. Skiter trying to get out of blood right now. He's going to be okay. The Centaur, they're going to start focusing on him. The Ice Blast does bring him down. OG playing the edges here. Anna now commits to the King fight. The Ravage going down, but doesn't actually stop Anna, but it does kill No Tail. The Terrorize beautifully placed. They do have a nice Bramble. Dual Scepter's going to go off. Does he have a Dissimulate? 9. He's going to throw out a little bit of a stun onto Anna, but they're chasing, and Anna's building up that damage bit by bit. Thompson, he needs to be able to play in and out constantly, but Saxa doesn't have that luxury. It looks like Thompson's still going for it, but it looks like maybe he read it. He misread it again. He thought he could go for the kill on 9, but he's just about 100 damage short.
And they just cannot touch Skiter. The Deso armlet build, he was chunking Seb on the Centaur. The pipe we liked. The trouble is he has no armor. The Vanguard is not effective once you start getting chunked by a max feast Lifestealer with Deso. He's hitting for like 250 a pop. Good initiation. They forced the ulti on No Tail. That's a kill if 9 lands his Q there, but I actually think it works out better for Tundra because it puts OG in a position where they feel confident taking a team fight. And Skiter, you just can't go. He still has Rage. So, oh, you want to come click me? All right. The fear play doesn't work. And now we've traded Rupture and Oracle ulti for effectively nothing. Snake King still holding the Ravage. I believe it's squandered. You see him pop it here. Look at that BKB timing. It's perfect. But Ana just doesn't do enough damage yet. And neither does Thompson. They're fast. They're quick. They can go in and out. But you can't trade with Skiter.
Another buyback used by Tundra, and that to be ensuring that they do win the fight. And while they do win this one, it is slightly concerning when you say those words. Anna doesn't do enough yet.
Yeah.
But it is inevitable that he is going to start doing damage eventually. So I feel like Tundra in some ways does need to, like, I want them to start winning fights on OG's side of the map, you know? Or do you disagree? You think they're good?
We'll see.
Chill.
If you look at Ana's talents, you can see the way he sees this game going. Strength over agility, lifesteal over attack speed. It's all about the long, sustained fights. Slark inevitably counters lifestealer when you're actually able to trade. And you need a bunch of stacks for that. That'll be a couple items out. But, you know, at this rate, you got to be a little concerned because Skiter, this man is very strong. Sanjin Yasuo just completed the Deso. He's not ready to fight Slark necessarily, but he will be able to go toe-to-toe with the Bloodseeker and the Centaur very easily. Love to see Willow a little more involved. It doesn't feel like we've seen a ton of impact from Saxa, but it's tough. He can't really approach the fight. If he catches a Ravage or even just is in range of the Leshrac, he straight up dies to magical AoE.
Man, really especially since they're very reliant on that Terrorize. Thompson, he's going to be jumped on here. No Tail once again right behind him. That's why the Dissimulate went backwards. They're a little bit afraid of what's on the other side of this river. Skiter immediately goes ahead and rages TP's out. He's going to be okay, but it does mean that Snake King is left behind here. The trap.
That's huge. That's the one hero with no buyback cap.
No buyback here and he's gone for 70 seconds, so they've got a minute here to try and do Roche.
And I believe that's, yeah, they're going to bring out, I mean, Paladin Sword for Ana might come out, but he's got a Nether Shawl. That's actually so sick this game. We were talking about it on the ride over. It's just a free magic resist, 25%.
They know they're inside the Roshan pit right now. They know what's happening. They got the scan. The Ice Blast is going to come in. It's 2. That'll get him out of the pit, but they still have 40 seconds left, and now a Cursed Crown actually landing. Terrorite's gonna go out. He Eul Scepter's just in time. Can he dissimulate as well? He does. He managed to Astral Step himself. Back up to the high ground and fess up as well. 33, Force Staff away from Ana for now, as the False Promise is gonna be put onto Ana, but a nice stomp from Seb is gonna be able to stall their retreat out. 9 dissimulates just before the leap, and he Astral Steps over to the tier 2.
God.
Just before the Cursed Crown lands, he gets away. OG, they're not gonna have this Roshan for free. Tundra's gonna fight for it. It's now Seb, Force Staffing. He actually goes in a little bit here. The Infest on out now. Skiter, you can see his objective.
Playing so well. Tundra just kiting. Snaking needs to be alive. He's up now. They have Ravage. They defend the Roche.
They are a little bit low on resources. 30-3 could use some mana here, but they certainly have prevented OG from immediately taking Roshan. They're going to have to be a bit cautious about this one. They're going to play just outside the pit to get some vision. Ana spotted. There goes the Rupture on to Skiter. Skiter, who does not have he actually has to TP out.
Yeah.
Maybe this is an opportunity?
It's coming straight back, though.
He's going to run as quick as he can. He's going to have Infest up in 14 seconds. They managed to get away from the Ice Blast. Seb sees this as an opportunity. They want to be able to fight into this triangle right now, but Skiter is just about to join them. Seb, he spots him. Seb, not going to be able to get the blink initiation. 9 sets it up. Nice AoE silence. He immediately goes for No Tail. Meanwhile, Slark is already dead. He immediately buys back. Beautiful Ravage on the 4. They're gunning for No Tail. No Tail's down first. They turn around. Start banging onto Ana. Ana pops BKB's Shadow Dance. He wants to be able to finish off 9. A Force Staff gets him away. He's actually good for now. They turn around. So they see Thompson. Eul Scepter into the chain stun. Thompson's definitely dead here as the Terrorize is not going to be enough to save him unless... No, Thompson's gone. 9 will finish him off with a jump forward. And now it's Tundra who are standing on the precipice here, being able to do Roshan. I'm not sure if OG can defend.
Like, win or lose, this is the best I've seen Tundra play all season. They are on fire right now. The way they're pushing and prodding, that they have no business being able to take that fight, but they just bled 40 seconds to get their Tidehunter back alive. Insane initiation from 9. Look at this. 3-man silence into a 4-man silence, 3-person Astral Step, and then Snaking just like, all right, bro, I appreciate that. Blink Ravage on 4. Ana does get the Q off, but he's just not doing enough damage yet. Ana is not quite a threat with his itemization. They might even actually just walk into the pit. They weren't able to get Roche off of this, and now there's no Ravage for 87 seconds. So you need a lot of time as Tundra before you're ready to fight.
Once again, OG, they kind of approached the pit at some point. The Ice Blast went down, chased him away.
I'm gonna bring last time, Cap. I'm scared about the damage output of Tundra as this game continues. 3-3 win for an Aeon disc. His mech, force, Aeon. None of these items help him scale. His net worth is gonna stay low. Like, he's sub 10K still, 30 minutes into the game.
It really seems like Tundra are banking on drawn out fights against a Slark.
Yeah.
Which in some way they do have a Lifestealer, who's another one of those kings of drawn out fights, no doubt. It's just it feels like both teams are banking that they are the superior team at fights that go long.
It's a lot of pressure on Skiter to perform. Like, he just has to eat people alive. He's played well so far, 5-0-6, but it feels like it's one of those games where if Lifestealer ever dies, you've just lost the fight. Maybe even the game. He has Paladin Sword, went for the evasion talent level 20, so he's deceptively tanky.
Skiter, his 5th most played hero. The Lifestealer, 54% win rate in pubs, but it hasn't been good for Tundra in the DPC. Nevertheless, it seemed confident. He finds a 2-man initiation. Immediately, it's going to be shrugged down by Snaking. Force Staff inside of the pin as Ana looks to be able to hunt, but No Tail's already dead, and it looks like Saksa could be caught by 9 as well. Eul Scepter into the brambles. He'll be controlled up. Ana, he's going to go for Skiter. Skiter, 1 hit, and Ana actually takes a lot of damage there. The Curse Crown into the Terrorize. That's going to chain up the stuns into the silence as well. A Force Staff gets him a little bit of distance, but the silence is going to last so long, but they can't go for it. Thompson doesn't do the damage. He's going to TP out. It's fine. Ana, he may still be caught here. Pounce, he goes up onto the trees. He's okay for now. 9 can't quite pursue, especially gets caught by the brambles. But Seb is in the river here, and 33 is going to keep him slowed. Fortunately, a Force Staff gets him away from that stun. Can Tundra do Roshan now? Or are they going to try and catch Ana? The Ice Blast, 9. He's hunting right now. Immediately gets 1 sound. Oh, and he got in front of him. You're not going anywhere. anywhere. A block pounce by Snake King means Ana dies, and Roshan is free for the taking for Tundra.
That is so huge. Yeah, the Ravage is completely shrugged up, but it's the damage output. Sick AA blast from Fada. This is proof. This is why you have to be careful picking Slark into AA. The magical damage is just nuts. No regen potential. They just got Roche. That's crazy. That gives them the time now to wait for Ravage, relax a little bit, and look to take another fight. Gold advantage.
They've got vision up here, Seb, and you, my friend, are farming way too close to the Roshan pit.
Yeah, this is huge. Like, I can't. Like, there's a lot on the line here. OG 2-1 this season. Tundra 1-2. But they both have pretty rough schedules ahead. And consider OG. Would they get 50 points last season? If they don't go to the major with at least like a third place, second place finish, that means they have to go through like wild card group and probably win, or at top 2 have to be grand finals at the major. Otherwise, they're playing a TI qualifier, which they're probably comfortable with. But still, this EU's region, it's some big names.
They're probably comfortable with it, but that was something that Seb talked about when he said, when Ana was coming back in an interview, he said that he is very confident that by TI they will be back in form, but it's going to take them time to get there. And what happens if you're not ready and you have to go through TI qualifiers instead of being able to wait until TI itself?
Indeed, because that's an extra month and a half of practice. That's a big deal for somebody who took a year-and-a-half vacation.
It's also a big deal for a team that is known to be able to thrive under the pressure of TI.
I can tell you, there's 17 other teams in the world that are going to be very happy if the final European representative is not OG.
Trying to get away, but 9, he's not letting him go nowhere.
Huge. Completely even game, but it does certainly feel like Tundra have all the momentum now.
They're playing on the other side of the map. They just saw 2 heroes down there, so OG immediately try and get aggressive. They run into Skiter, but Skiter's got an Aegis. This was ill-advised just at the get-go.
Well, a lot of spells. A BKB charge used, Oracle ulti, and now Seb, gotta be careful. He's trying to TP.
Keeping out 33. He gets the stun. Seb is caught. The rest of the team soon to follow, especially since he doesn't have a stampede. No way out of this one. In fact, you could see 9. He actually turned around with the infested Lifestealer still inside of him. He immediately ran back to mid after they realized that Seb was dead and started looking for another kill.
That Fada with the scouting AA blast. Thinking about helping his team get aggressive. Bots finished on 3-3, so they'll have some more map pressure. AC, the next item on Skiter. Love that choice. Scotty for Ana, but man, this Slark just still doesn't do any damage. And 9 is set up.
I mean, Tundra have done this time and time again. They're going to get in front of Ana here. The sound's not quite working. The Dual Scepter into this will definitely catch him. Ravage going to be blown because they know if they kill Ana, OG can't fight back.
That is so sick. And they don't mind either because they still have Aegis. So it's not as if you can really fight into Tundra here as OG. And in general, their team fight's just lacking. They have 2 cores that basically just run in and hit people, but they don't do enough damage yet.
I mean, Kyle, can we talk about how persistent Tundra has been in Game 2 and Game 3 at fighting over those Tier 2 towers? They are not giving this room up for free. They are always hunting right now. They are almost feels like they're turning OG style back around on them and just saying like, hey, if you guys always want to fight, how do you feel when the shoe's on the other foot? How do you like being hunted?
Yeah, it's just the gold lead, the XP even more pronounced. Look at that. That is the graph that counts here.
Yeah, experience-based damage, you called it. Yeah, that kind of advantage is huge.
Talents online. Level 21 on the Tide. He actually does not die.
Okay, they saw No Tail to the left-hand side here, which is still a very big kill. Seb blinks in to give him the pipe. A risky move. Saxa. He's got Yules in Shadow Realm, but if he's spotted, he's by 9. He's probably still dead.
Agents of
Can't get out. He's trying to get out of this tree area. And look at that. Like they show top, and then the other 3 are immediately making sure this bottom lane isn't pushed in. This is a fight that OG are actually maybe gonna set up for a little bit. I saw some TPs behind Ana, but apparently not. They actually. Okay. I already know Thompson was here. He's going to force out the BKB TP. Do they have a...
No, he killed the courier. He killed the courier, and they knew that he was in the vicinity. So we just went hunting.
Okay. He's like, kill my courier. Punish you for that.
Another tier 2 AC complete and backpacked. That's how you know you're a little scared. If a Lifestealer has more than enough slots, Sox is done for.
Yeah. Stark Willow just not having a great time in this game. Wasn't great for No Tail last game, and it's not great for Soxa this one.
Yeah, okay, Age is gone though, so suddenly OG, you have a bit of breathing room. And look, 3-3's played a hell of a game, but his net worth is still not quite at a point where he's a real threat to a hero like Slark. The trouble is that 9 and Skiter just smell blood. They are all over the place. Forced to BKB.
Shadow Dance, Anna. No TP just yet. Oh, he's gonna TP right now, but they're spotted. Any stuns? They don't have anything.
So that was spooky.
Yeah. Only he could have gotten that bash, but not the case here. And again, TPing to the other side of the map almost immediately. There is vision from OG, so they see this. They're going to see the bots in of the Slark as well. Now, I'm waiting for OG to try and punish this because Tundra, as a result, are playing very split. It's always 2 and 3 kind of setup. But I don't think 3 is enough to punish. I don't think they could take a 3-on-3.
I don't either.
Especially if Skeeter's the one there, you know? Oh, geez, they seem to agree, but somehow Seb! Oh, no. He pings that high ground because he's like, they have vision up on the up on the trees somehow, but no.
They saw the Stormcrafter proc too that Lesh is carrying.
Oh, all right.
What is OG's just getting caught everywhere? Like, guys, you can't push lanes by yourself.
Sox is certainly making sure of that. Oh,
The robes? Aura? Yeah, but they saw him.
Robe? The aura? Interesting. Scotty now for the Slark, but that is not a big damage switch up.
No.
That isn't all of a sudden going to threaten Skeeter.
No, it's end of the day, OG need long fights. They need Ana smacking somebody for 20 seconds, backing off, resetting, and doing it again. But they're not getting that opportunity. Buyback forced. But yeah, Tundra's just, okay, cool. We'll run away now.
Yeah.
Roshan is up in 47 seconds to 3 minutes and a half.
They still have a Abyssal Blade they can build up for the Slark. Wait for that third Roshan.
They're going to have E-Blades soon on their Tidehunter. I mean, they have so many tools to escape damage, and OG legit don't have stuns other than a Blink Centaur, and that just isn't reliable against multiple Yules, multiple BKBs.
Gets bashed, false promise. Anna looks to be able to chase after him with the Scotty, slows down Skeeter a little bit, but it's not quite feeling that great. Especially Snaking now represents the Managed to grab a mid-stampede, the Ravage going down, but he just managed to get off the Shadow Dance. Is he still stuck? He pounces over the other side, but there's 9, and there's 33. They hit him with the stun ever so barely. He's saved by the Fate's Edict, but here comes an Ice Blast. He has to move over to the right-hand side, not be hit by the Rift, and Thompson does manage to get the kill onto 9, but a 2-for-1 trade so far. 33 is Aeontis is going to be able to bail him out here, purged away. Anna and Seb trying to make their escape here. Anna building up a little bit of stats here.
Kind of fight you want if you're OG. If you can get your spells back up. No Tail has ulti ready in 10 seconds. BKB in 30 for Ana. But yeah, to your point, like it's the lack of damage items on the Slark. Basher's next, but still, like these items are meant to help him stick in the fights. He's not really a threat until you get to those 20, 30 agility stacks. And you just can't trade with Skeeter. He's being chunked so hard.
And it's interesting because when the damage is slow, it means that Bloodseeker is also hurt by that fact, right? He's not getting those big thirst stacks when everyone's sitting 80, 90% HP.
Yeah, I mean, Thompson doesn't even really count as a carry anymore because, again, his items are purely defensive. Blade Mail to start, Santiantra, BKB Basher, but he just doesn't touch anybody. Skeeter has the evasion talent, so that's 16% of these hits that aren't even landing. He's got AC Aura. He has the increased rage duration, plus Paladin Sword. Like, he does not die. It's the second round that'll get them the win, but that won't even be enough. Age is going to be picked up. Who's going to grab the shard?
Is
Leshrac. Yeah, I love that.
Leshrac.
it's so effective against a hero like Slark. You know, if he catches, maybe he'll miss the first stun and he'll cue it off, but it's a pretty damn big AoE that'll just constantly get larger and larger as it
And in a way, Tundra want to play in a ball. Right?
Yeah.
They want to play kind of in the same area, around each other. Ice Blast headed up to top lane. So many of these Ice Blasts have been used to either scout or push in waves, so Tundra can remain hunting. They don't have to worry about the side lane so much. Spell Prism into a Scythe of Ice for Seb. So a lot of big add in disables there.
It's necessary, right? They realize like we don't actually have lockdown to kill these heroes. Lifestealer and Void just have way too many escapes.
We're gonna back into a smoke. Make sure they're out of vision of these wards. Smoke is gonna break most likely on Seb here. They're gonna jump forward, immediately trying to go for Seb. Skiter. He certainly outputs a lot of damage onto Seb. Now he is able to get the Stampede and away. Anna managed to get the Rupture onto 9. They might just be able to kill him again here. They start off last team fight. 4 staffs are trying to get him out of here, but the Rupture is also dealing damage, and Anna's looking good. He's got a false promise. He's going to back up and reset a little bit. With the buyback coming out from 9, they say the damage is done. If we can get everybody else out, we're looking pretty good. No Tail looks like he's kind of stuck, though. 33 running forward very aggressively here, and Anna, he'll turn around, try and punish. Immediately the E-Blade goes out on the hit, though. Sox are turning around with the Terrorize. He's going to be okay as he scares back both Snake King and Skiter.
Oh, whoa, look at the Thompson 9.
Thompson, 9? What was Thompson doing here? It looks like maybe he was chasing 33, but 9 on the buyback is able to catch Thompson through this to simulate the nuke finish. Meanwhile, flies onto Anna. Anna leaps away just in the nick of time. Bouncing back in, Seb. He sees the 2-man stomp. Managed to land that one with the magic damage flowing in. They're going to go for Snake King first. Snake King would already use Ravage. Not that much of a threat, but they got to deal with Skiter. Bash once. Got to get him out of here. He doesn't have enough mana to be able to blow anything. He's going to be losing his first life for this. If they can actually catch him, they just need another bash. All right, first life down. Can they catch him a second time into the back line? Almost immediately. He's going to be gunning for no tail, but he has to be able to jump away. Immediately, Scythe of Ice down to half health. He's low. Can he actually get away? But he actually gets the infest inside Snake King ever so barely. Now, it's going to be 33. Ice Blast on his 3. Really well set up. Well, 9. He's beating into no tail, trying to finish him off, forcing the false promise on himself. So it's not there to be able to save the Bloodseeker right now, who's going to be chased down. He's finished off by the Ancient Apparition. Anna right in the middle of 4. He's going to turn around, but Aeontis, they're also tanky. He's not doing the damage fast enough. He needs to be able to jump down to the rim, but Snake King's there. Gets in front of him, denies him an exit. Now Seb, he's going to fall as well. No buybacks on the side of OG, and Tundra clearing through hero after hero. Seek and destroy is their mission. They're going to hunt down every single one of OG's members. And it's looking like, Kyle, game 3. It may not be Tundra's immediately, but they are looking damn good to finish this series up.
That was absolutely insane. Skiter just that perfect infest when by the time 3-3 dies, he's full HP again and can look to trade. Ana had 50 stacks and it still wasn't enough. The fight was as long as you could possibly hope for OG. But as you said, great pounce block by Snake King. He has been on point. That buyback was once again crucial.
Dire's middle tower.
I mean, the support's buying back. What are you guys going to do?
They're going for the throne. Yeah, go for the W here.
Yeah, go for the W. And immediately Soxa tries to show himself to kill a creep wave.
There's no buyback.
Tundra say, no. We know exactly what you need to do to stall this game out. You need backdoor protection to go back up. No way in hell we're going to allow that. Skiter, meanwhile, focusing on the objectives for them as the building hitter. The tier 4 left, but that's it. No Tail calls it. OG. They will drop down here in this game 3. Tundra, a huge victory for them. They are now 2